millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
50, plant. Hey, tight. X3, 218, chopper.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Completes it to Hardman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmaker. Involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First carry for James Conner. And an alley to run. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Conner here on 1st. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Nice job keeping. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And now off to the races, down the right side. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there from McCaffrey. 68 yards on the ground. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down, being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's counter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. These two teams all tied after 1. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Yellow.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Connor trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Ben to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the score. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking to throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. So they went for it from the run on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Samuels. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bance. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. 3rd down here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is Johnson. He's got it. There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Duke Johnson. His first touchdown of the new season as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going to look.
It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, Ripple is. Watch 55. Check 5.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On second down, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 47 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a desperation, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw, Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,